Hey guys, welcome back to Tower of God, a new world. In today's video, I wanted to talk about exclusive equipment. I went ahead and made my first level 30 exclusive equipment, and I wanted to talk about your options for that because I don't even have the answer. This is going to be one of those more discussion type videos because who your first 30 exclusive equipment should be, I don't think there is just one right answer, and I want to go through the considerations that I go through when I do it. Now, first of all, the one that I did, put your guesses in the comments. Knowing my account, knowing what I've been doing, you guys know that I was 100% going to do Zahard. So I'm running an experiment with Zahard. So don't judge me. We will see how it pans out. But I went ahead and got him to level 30 exclusive equipment because the effect of it sounds really strong, and I'm just obsessed with trying to make this guy deal damage. I've got him at 3-star. I've now got the exclusive equipment. I've got some gear for him as well, and then he can get hats to upgrade a piece for this slot and this slot. So I've been testing him out. We'll see how he keeps going as the future progresses. But I went ahead and did him because he has an effect on it that I really like. So Zahard uses his special move before dying when taking fatal damage during combat. Now, if this ability did the damage it should do, you can time it so that he uses his ultimate and defense breaks everyone, and then after that, he almost dies, but he ults again and clears the field. That was my hope with him. So I will update you guys on that testing, but that's why I did him. That was more of an experiment. Now, things to look at. Now, a common one that I see people doing is their hats, because he is their main carry. My problem with hats is, yes, he gets an extra 20 swiftness for 10 seconds when he uses that ability, but I don't know if that's a must-have thing, and I don't know how quick hats is going to fall off as my carry, so I don't want to put that investment into him. Another character that's a common carry that I recommend as a great unit is going to be Hwa, and I was thinking about her. So she becomes immune to Jolt while the shield is active. Now, this is what I am seriously considering doing, because being immune to those the jolts, which to me is like a hit stun, like a little interrupt, it's good because obviously your auto attacks get to run faster. On other characters, hit stun is more annoying because they have long animations and can be interrupted while doing an ability. That really sucks. Whereas Hwa's abilities are pretty quick. She never really misses them. Like, she throws her staff, it's really quick. She puts the field up, it's really quick. She uses her ult, she jumps, it's pretty quick. So she doesn't really get interrupted on it, but just having that immunity to be able to keep punching out the damage and being immune to that jolt would be really nice. So she's another one I was considering, but I ended up going with the experiment. If I didn't go with my experiment, I probably would have done this one, because along the way, picking up that level 20 would have been nice as well. For hats, level 20 is pretty much like my safe spot. It allows him to sort of evade some more ranged attacks, which is fantastic. So I think that's a good spot for him. So I didn't want to go to 30. But like, when we look at characters that I think, if you have the dupes of them, when we talk about, 3 dupe SSR pluses, especially like Evan Kell and Data Mashni, being able to do really solid damage. Evan Kell, if you have her at 3 stars, I think is a fantastic option for it. Being able to get your healing off with that ultimate is going to be huge and just really help her. But this only works if you've got her as a power carry, and unfortunately without dupes, in chapter like 16, 17, 18, she's not going to work as a power carry. So that's a requirement on that. So like, she's like my one no-brainer, where if I had the dupes of her, she would be a no-brainer one for me to do. Besides that, it's a bit iffy. To me, you either want to do it for an incredible ability or to have the extra damage, because obviously the stats that get brought with this are a big thing, and it's not just the ability that you need to consider. But at the moment, I feel like my hats is going pretty well. I don't really feel like I need those extra stats. So I'm pretty happy to leave him, and that's the way I'm sort of going to play it at the moment. I did my Zahard as my sort of experiment. And then between hats and Hwa, now my Hwa still has a lot of room to grow when we look at her dupes, when we look at limit breaking her. I ideally want to get 4 more dupes into her so that I can get her to 4-star orange so that she can have the extra HP. Obviously, the extra energy would be nice, but Hwa's one of those ones where I'm not sure if I actually want her maxed out, because that starting HP would make her ult before she puts her field up, which means she'd jump to the back row without all her allies going there with her, and she may just get get absolutely clapped. So I'm unsure if I want to max her out at this stage, but I want to get 4 more dupes, which will really help her out. And that's the way I'm going to play it at the moment. I'm just going to play it by ear, see what character I feel like really needs those stats and the effect. But at the moment, I'm thinking Hwa will be my next level 30 exclusive equipment. Besides that, I had a big browse through characters. You know, if you're using a Wang as a carry, his is kind of cool because if we look at his exclusive equipment, it's kind of like Hatz's, where it gives the extra 20 swiftness, but this is to every yellow unit on your team. So I think if you're using him as a carry, probably a viable option. Not too sure. There's a few other units, like some of the endgame players I've been talking to have been saying that, you know, we've got Rachel, who's a really decent carry. The Swift is the enemy who loses energy from self. Like, this isn't too crazy. So the problem I'm having is a lot of the sort of carry damage dealers that would want the exclusive equipment for the damage, I don't feel need it for, like, need the effect. Over here, if you're running an Endorsey, enemies hit, like, this one's actually pretty decent. If you're running an Endorsey carry, I mean, this one's a pretty not bad one in my opinion, to get the defense shred, to get the extra damage. But yeah, outside of that, I'm honestly not 100% sure. So I'm very keen to see what you guys have to say in the comments. Who was your first exclusive equipment to level 30? Have you done one yet, or are you waiting? The other one that I think is an absolute no-brainer if you're trying to use her, once again, she's like Evan Kell and needs the dupes. But from what I've heard from, you know, the whales out there, this chick becomes an absolute savage beast. But you do need dupes and you need the exclusive equipment. Lightning Shinsu is enhanced so that enemies are shocked for 5 seconds. When hit by the Lightning Shinsu explosion, dude, I read that with poor punctuation. Shocked targets take 20% of her attacker's damage every second. So, like, you've just got, like, you shock all the enemies and then you've just got, like, this 20% ticking. Honestly, that's pretty solid. But yeah, what I've heard, I have no experience with her. I couldn't get her to work on accounts that I pulled her. But apparently with her exclusive equipment and with a few dupes, she becomes good. And that's my problem at the moment. It just feels like, you know, it's like Evan Kell and her that are the two that would be no-brainers for me, but it's really hard for anyone to get them to a state of being duped enough for it to be valuable. Like I said, Zahard is the one I did. I'm hoping I can make this guy work and hit like a truck, because on paper, he just sounds so good, and I'm so over-invested in him that, like, I'm like the poster boy for Zahard fan club now. I got to try and make it work. But once again, let me know what you're doing. Let me know any thoughts. If I see some good community posts or anything like that going through, you know, priority lists for exclusive equipment with safe logic, I will definitely do that. But for me, I think there's 2 key ones that I like getting. That is Hats to 20, if you're using him as a carry, and then also Hwa to level 10. Because she gets that shield. I think those are the 2 absolute no-brainers for free-to-play players, because most people, if you're not going the Hats Hwa route, then obviously you don't worry about it. But if you are using those 2 units, those are 2 really key early breakpoints. But like I said, for the level 30s, I'm still not 100% sold on what I want to do. But anyway, guys, as always, leave your comments down below. Keen to see it. Thanks for watching. Hope you have an awesome day, and I look forward to seeing the next one. Cheers.